thank you for coming. My father, Paul Glidden, was the greatest man I ever knew. He was my hero, my best friend, and my mentor. I loved him very much, and I'm sure that he knew that all through his life. I will never forget the times we played catch with football or baseball in the yard or at the fields. Some of the best times we shared together. We either had Havasu or we could cold call for work hours and hours a day, spending in the car, laughing, exchanging life stories. I will forever cherish those times. My father taught me how to be a man in life. He taught me how to be strong, competitive, thoughtful, and especially a loving man for my wife and my family. I promise to my father and to my family that I will be the man that they both need me to be in their lives. Although he only met one of our grandchildren, many more will live through his legacy. Thank you for everyone that has come today. Truly thank you. My father cares about every single person here in this room. He's looking down on us right now, smiling. I love you, Dad. Always.
Wow, I need to be taller. Wow. As you all can tell, I did not get the height in the family. I did, that is true. On behalf of my family, the Glidden family, I want to thank you for being here. In this room, it's amazing. You can see that Paul has touched every single one of us here in some way or another. Through friends he hasn't seen in 20 years or longer, but every single person here has a story about Paul Glidden. We all know Paul Glidden, but some of you don't know Dad. So let me just tell you a few things about my dad. Now, if he was here right now, we all know he'd say, is this going to be long? I promise you I'll keep it very short. I've been told I had to keep it short. So. Some of you know I ride dirt bikes in the family. And he wasn't very big in dirt bike riding whatsoever, even though we got him a quad. I promise you, he wished I surfed. And I hated surfing more than anything. But he always took me riding whenever I wanted to go. Even if the waves were good, he said, I'll go riding with you. And we all know, most of you guys, I crashed a lot. And I still crash. And he'd always be right there when I was growing up going, you all right? I'd say, yeah. I'd say, well, let's get back on it. We got to get back to camp. And he'd look at me and say, don't tell Mom. Don't tell Mom. He was also my baseball coach. He was Chris's baseball coach. He was never Danny's soccer coach because he didn't know anything about soccer. Not gonna lie, I don't know anything about soccer. But he was at every single game, every practice for all three of our sports. Every football game, he was there. But at the same time, him being our coach was extremely tough. As a loving father, but he also was very competitive and wanted to win. One of my baseball stories, I was a catcher, but I was also the 12th relief pitcher on our baseball team of 12 people. So, whenever I needed to get into the game, we had a huge lead. And I mean big, like 10 runs. I see one of my old coaches, Coach Rob, and he can vouch for this. Big time. That 10-run lead would come to 3 real quick. In 1 inning, very quick. So, as a coach, he'd pull me from the game. As a father who broke his heart, I'd be mad at him, left and right, thinking I can get it. But I also know I gave up 7 runs real quick. But at the end of the game, he'd always say, do you know what you learned from this? I knew not to throw down the middle. You know, I needed to paint the outside corners, he'd always tell me. I could never get it. One of the fondest memories also for baseball for me was our practices. We used to play Jimmy Buffett out of all our practices. Some of you guys know, yes, that is one of the fondest memories I've ever had, is playing baseball with all my friends and at practice listening to Jimmy Buffett. Of course, we knew who they were because of our parents. But that is a legacy I'm going to pass to my son, Colt. During our Little League times, I'm going to be playing Pop Chuck. Or, sorry, Jimmy Buffett, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry. I know, this is what she was worried about. All right. Yeah, no, we're good. So, in closing, I want to thank everybody for coming. And Dad, I know you're down on listening to us and looking down at us, and I want you to know when I meet you up in heaven in a long time, I'm going to collect on all of our sports bets. Because you owe me. I love you more than anything. But I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Thank you.